How do I create something out of nothing?
Actually, the only way to create is out of nothing. There's a song, Creating Love Out of Nothing at All, that you may have heard of. That song is about what I already know, the conversations I already have, the beliefs I already have, the actions I've already taken have created what I already have, which isn't bad. But I want something else. If my way of being, if the actions I take have produced the results I have right now, and I want something new, I want something different, then I need to jump off from a different place to create that something different. So creating out of nothing is about being open to possibility and discovery. Wouldn't you say, Nikki?
Yeah, well, and also out of what we see possible, then going, okay, instead of just keeping it, hoping, wishing, wanting a dream, hey, I'm really up to having it be different, and commitment is then what moves us forward. So we actually do something about it. So it doesn't just stay a nice idea, because we all have nice ideas, but you know, a nice idea and $4 gets you a cup of coffee at Starbucks, and that's about it. Nothing happens. But out of that nothing and the possibility, then commitment, boom, things start to move.
2,000 years ago, somebody looked up in the sky and said, wow, I wish we could fly like the birds. When actually at that point in time, not one person would have bet that man would ever fly, because they were in hopes, wishes, and dreams, and yeah, it was a nice idea, but there was no action to back that up, no commitment to back that up, and actually what created the lack of commitment was the lack of possibility. They saw no way that it would be possible for man to fly. So along 2,000 years later, along comes the Wright brothers. They decide, wow, what if we could? So they stood up and declared and said, we're going to have it happen. But then they didn't just look at the sky and go, wow, how will we have it happen? They started experimenting. They started building a plane. They started a structure of fulfillment, of some skills to have that happen. Now some people are starting to bet maybe we could fly and man could fly. The next thing you know, now we look up at the sky every day and take off in airplanes, and it's like we're crossing the street to cross the country.
Or like when we were little kids, because we remember when President Kennedy declared there was no technology yet, saying we will have a man on the moon within 10 years. Nothing existed yet to have that happen. But he declared it, they got in action, and not only in 9 years after his death, it still followed through. People still kept working at it. 9 years later, not only is there a man on the moon, but the technology that got developed, this led to the whole computer age, and everything that was developed for the space flight we use every day in life. Declaring from nothing.
The technology that we have and the life that we have that's available because of the internet would not even be possible if President Kennedy hadn't stood up and said, we're going to the moon. Now, when he said that in his speech, there were people that were in total shock, because it was like, how are we going to have it happen? So when we're talking about creating out of nothing at all, we want to look at two different things. We either look at life, if we're stuck in the land of was, we look at life as probability. What's the probability I can have this happen? What's the steps I need to take? How do I have it happen? Well, I don't know that yet, so I probably can't have that happen. Versus possibility, and out of possibility, I'm not figuring the odds of whether I can have it happen or not. Just because I say so, just because I decide, just because I have the commitment and the passion, and then I take action. Well, do I need to learn what I need to learn so that I can follow through? Absolutely. But it starts with me being willing to look at the possibility.